Jim Irsay from yesterday talking about their efforts to find a new quarterback now that Phillip Rivers is retiring.
In talking with Chris and Frank and myself, our beliefs is we're close. We have a tremendous nucleus of players that are capable of competing for the Super Bowl very soon. So ideally, if you can get someone to come in this year and several years after who is ready to go, it gives you your best opportunity, and you don't have as much of a maturation aspect of seeing them develop and get to that level that they need to get so you can get to a Super Bowl and win it.
Look, he's made it clear. And first of all, I love that chair. I'd like to know where he got the chair. I wouldn't like to know how much he paid for the chair, but that's a hell of a chair. They clearly want a plug-and-play veteran.
Yes.
They don't want a rookie. Chris Ballard said something not that long ago that made it clear they're not looking at a rookie. He said, you don't just draft a quarterback, you got to draft the right quarterback.
One, right.
They want a proven commodity because they have a team that's a proven commodity.
Exactly.
You've got some veterans on that team that are going to say, wait a minute. You had all these proven quarterbacks out there, and we got to break in a rookie, and we don't know whether or not he's going to be any good. No, thank you. So I think that makes sense, and I think Matthew Stafford makes the most sense for the Indianapolis Colts.
Me too, and especially the way Frank Reich calls plays. It's an aggressive down the field passing game. That fits Matthew Stafford, and to everything you just said, you're right. The team's in place. They're in the window right now. They're there. Like, it's not crazy to think, oh, wait, the 2021 Super Bowl, the Indianapolis Colts got in it. If they get a real good quarterback, I mean, the offensive line's good. The wide receivers are good. The running backs and tight ends are really good. The defensive line's good. Yeah, maybe they could use a legit pass rusher. Linebackers are awesome. Secondary's good. Yes, they could use another real legit cover corner, in my opinion. But there we just went through the whole team, and we only mentioned two positions of need, really. So they are there. They're ready for prime time. Ballard has built something. Reich's systems in place. I do think it fits Stafford. And if I'm Stafford, that's definitely one of the teams I got starred that it's on my radar.
Jim Irsay also talked about Andrew Luck. He said that Andrew knows we would love to have him back. I don't really know if we'll see that. Of all the guys who have retired, surprisingly and prematurely, the big-name guys, Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson, Luck is the one that would be most likely to come back after a year or two off. This is now 2 years that he hasn't played. I don't think he's ever coming back, and I think if he does come back, it would probably be with another team anyway. I just don't think he's ever coming back. I think when he decided he was done, he's done, and he seems like the kind of guy who isn't going to change his mind. But, he can still change his mind 5 years from now and get himself back into shape and come back and give it a go. And I'm sure teams would be interested because what would he be, 35?
Probably.
So what? You got guys playing into their 40s.
Yeah. It's even for guys as awesome as Andrew Luck was, taking that much time off, at that position especially, we haven't seen that. That would be tough. I'm with you. I think he's checked out physically, mentally. He had enough of the sport, and I don't think we're going to be hearing from again. And also, like you said too, like, if you're the Colts, I mean, that ship's gone. It's done. Again, I think there's guys in that locker room that probably are going to be like, man, he quit on us 2 years ago. I don't want him in here as our quarterback now. That wouldn't be the best look either for that locker room. So I think it's all done for Andrew Luck.
We had heard last year that Tom Brady had expressed some preliminary interest in the Colts. Irsay admitted they looked at Brady, but they preferred Frank Reich's familiarity with Phillip Rivers. I also believe that there was an element of we don't want to put ourselves in another Josh McDaniels type of situation where we think we're getting Brady, and our interest in Brady is what wakes the Patriots up to throw a bunch of money at him to keep him from coming to us because of that whole Deflategate thing and just the bitter rivalry between the two teams. I think the Colts didn't want to touch the hot stove again after getting burned by Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. I don't. I mean, again, it's Tom Brady. I don't think it's just because he was with Josh McDaniels that means he's going to do the same thing or anything like that. I think at the end of the day, it just came down to, two things, Sirianni and Frank Reich's relationship with Phillip Rivers. That pushed them over the top. Sirianni was there with the San Diego Chargers. Rivers had done really good things there in that 12-4 year. And, of course, now, Frank Reich being the head coach there, I think more than anything it was that. But I heard the same rumors, too, at the time that the Colts were, at least doing their homework on Tom Brady.
Yep. Well, and I think the Colts at the time were maybe hoping for a short-term bridge with the idea of developing a younger quarterback. I think now they're looking for a longer bridge. They just decided that Phillip Rivers isn't the bridge they wanted to continue to utilize, or he decided to retire, or a little bit of both.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.